Hey guys, it's Matt Snade with Muve Real Estate. We're here at one of our newest remodels. This one is on 1362 East Browning Avenue. Great area, great home. We had to do a lot to this one, but I really love this home because it was just an awesome area. 15th and 15th area in Sugar House, one of the most desirable areas besides Harvard Yale. It's just neighboring right next to Harvard Yale, but the prices are a little bit less than Harvard Yale, which is why I like it. So we're not in the $7, $8, $9, $100,000 range. We're down in the $400,000, $500,000 range, where there's a little bit more of a buyer pool, but still just houses just fly off the market in this neighborhood, which is the case with this one as well. So this home was 2170 square feet. When we bought it, it was measured out at like 2,300 square feet. So I think I've given the tip before is always measure the homes up and down, because this home actually ended up having more above grade but a lot less below. We lost 300 in the basement but gained about, I think, 100 up. So it was kind of a trade-off, but it's good to know. But we ended up selling this. We listed it for $475 and we sold it in about 5 days. Just one weekend. We listed it like late Thursday night, had it under contract late Monday or even first thing Tuesday morning, I think. So was a really good property, but let's kind of walk through, and I'll do a recap on the numbers and everything after we're done walking through. With a lot of homes, we're trying to keep and restore them really, and keep as much of the original feel as possible that we can by still updating them. So one of the main things on this home is the before video. This passed all the way through the master. It didn't have a door on it. We added a door, made it the coat closet, but we wanted to retain the original archway that was here. I could have combined this all, because behind this wall here is the master closet, and I could have combined it and made a huge master closet, which I was really tempted to do, but I really just didn't want to get rid of this thing. So we made it the coat closet, which turned out really well. No complaints, obviously. It wasn't like a deal breaker for people. With this master closet, it was decent on the other side of this wall before, but it was actually about 3 feet back. So this was a huge entryway when you first came in and almost too much room. So we bumped this wall out as far as we could to give the master as much space as possible, which worked out really well. It gave it a nice master closet, and we still have a decent entryway. As we come in here, we got all new windows throughout the whole entire home, vinyl windows. We got the original fireplace, which we just was already painted actually, but we just gave it another fresh coat of paint. And we didn't have to do too much in here besides also all the lighting in the whole home. All the electrical was brand new that we ran. One thing, a quick tip is you'll start seeing this pop up because we started doing it, and it's pretty much a no-brainer, is the LED lighting, the can lighting, is on a rebate right now at Home Depot. It comes with the LED light, the trim kit, all as one piece. That's only $6 more than your regular bulb and trim kit that you would buy at Home Depot after you send the rebate in. So it's a Rocky Mountain Power rebate. We did it throughout the whole entire home. The LED lights are dimmable. They are a lifetime bulb that lasts for, they say, like 30 years or something ridiculous like that. So, not lifetime, but probably the lifetime that you'll be in the home. So you never have to change a light bulb again, and it lowers your power bill. Again, we retain the archway here because it's the original archway, really the Sugar House charm. We wanted to keep the original hardwood floors. We just refinished and stained a little bit darker, a little bit more contemporary. We got some great staging furniture in here. We stage all of our homes. I highly recommend it at this point in the market. You don't necessarily have to, but it helps out a ton. We use a girl named Andrea Beecher at City Home Collective. She did a great job just keeping it clean and simple with some good stuff in here. Love the antlers that she did as kind of an accent piece. We always have like a wow factor of a couple in a home, but I really feel the dining room light fixture is always a centerpiece for homes. We've been spending a little bit extra money on dining room light fixtures just because that's what people like to see. And so mostly we do recessed lighting and the LED cans because they are so cheap, but again, have a centerpiece in the home. So if you remember the before video, there was a big wall that went along here, separated the kitchen and the dining. The kitchen was big. We wanted to accentuate on that and make it bigger, so we did knock out the wall. We have a nice big open kitchen, all new cabinets, quartz counters. We did sell the property without a fridge, which I've been on the fence about, and we do sometimes and we don't, but no, we didn't get any fuss about that this time just because there was so much interest in this property. People just wanted to lock it down. We did put a motion sensor faucet in this house, but unfortunately it's broken right now. But it's cool, you just kind of turn it on and then you use the motion sensor on the top or on the side to turn it on and off, so kind of another cool wow factor. If you notice here, this is kind of the centerpiece of when we had the open houses, our client parties, that kind of stuff, the broker open house. Everyone just loved the brick fire, or the big brick backsplash per se, but it's the original brick wall. It's not a fake wall. We, or fortunately, we were doing demo on the house, and the demo guys they're never careful. They came through, ripped all the old cabinets off, and some of the plaster started flaking off, and I saw the original brick under there, and it was a pretty cool color. So I just said, rip all the plaster off to see how good a condition it's in. We took it all down, sealed it, scraped it clean so it was nice and clean, but you know, it's not perfect, which is, I think, the great part about it. It is the original home, the original exterior of the home, and it's not perfect, but it looks awesome, and it's all sealed up now so it won't crumble or have stuff fall on the countertops, you know, unless you're, you know, rubbing on it with a wire brush. But we wanted to keep as much of that as possible. You know, you don't want to cover it up, so we did open shelving. We did the range hood mounted against it. We got the special stove that doesn't have the back on it so that it doesn't cover it up. Like every little part we could to expose that brick is what we did in this home. So yeah, this is just a killer kitchen. For these homes in this area, you can't find anything like it. You can't find a kitchen, dining, and living room that all flow like this. For this price, it's just, it's unheard of to have a kitchen this big. So I knew when I walked into this house that that's what would be what sells the house. So let's hit the back here while we're here real quick. This was, a lot of these homes had this little kind of mudroom back room that we added a half bath. This bath did not exist. We added it because we wanted it to be the guest bathroom instead of the master bathroom to be the one that was used, or the pseudo master bathroom, we'll say. We added the laundry up because we knew whoever would buy this house would probably not be going in the basement too much. So we had the laundry up here, which we added those hookups, worked out well. Let's hit the rest of the upstairs real quick. So we have bedroom back here, so we have 2 bedrooms up, very basic. We just obviously redid everything, case, windows, floor, paint, lighting, just like everywhere else in the home. New doors, we do the different style doors. We always do different style doors in mostly every house, but we did this kind of, I don't know, it's a 6-panel, but it's all square. It's not your standard 6-panel. Bathroom, all new. It's matching vanity, matching countertops, square sinks, undermount. A really cool tip here is you can actually just buy a mirror, glue it to the wall and trim it out with your case and base. That you know, you don't want to do it with necessarily like ornate case and base that's all the wavy pattern, but just your flat MDF, you just trim it out and you got yourself a pretty nice mirror that looks, you know, expensive, but it's actually pretty cheap. Everything else in here, we did a new tub, again retaining the natural archway that was here so that it flows throughout the whole home and the house. And we did the subway tile. You know, in some of the homes, more modern homes, we're doing straight lay or soldier lay. In this home, we did brick lay because it's a little bit more traditional. We want to do like a combination between modern and traditional. So the flooring's brick lay, the backsplash is brick lay, and the tile on the showers are brick lay. In here, we have the master bath or bedroom. Turned out really well. Everything basic in here as well. Case, base, floors, lighting. Staged really nicely, and then here's that master closet I was talking about. So you know, it only came to about here before, and then we bumped it out another 2.5 feet, which gained some extra space. You know, we didn't put another rack in here because we just let the buyer choose to do that. But basically, you got 2 levels of racks for clothes. You got cubbies for underwear, socks, shoes, purses, hats, whatever. Both cubbies on both sides. So a lot of space to use for clothes. So it's not necessarily always about how big the closet is. It's more so about how it's arranged to use the space wisely, and that's what we've kind of done there. And even Also left a blank palette for someone to, or a blank canvas, sorry, for someone to even customize it further themselves. So that's up here. Pretty basic for a sugar house home to have 2 up, 2 down, and that's what we have here. If you do notice, in this master area, we did not make it a dedicated master. From the before video, there was this opening here, and there was another opening here for this hallway. And we went through a couple different dilemmas as far as making that a dedicated master, keeping it a hallway bathroom. But what we ended up deciding is keep it a hallway bathroom, close off this way so that most of your entertaining is happening over there, but no one actually knows this bathroom is here, and they're not going to be tempted to use it. They're going to go to that half bath that we added, so that this is not used by your guests. It's used just by you. Plus, we left it open that if the owner that bought this came in, they could put a wall up, a door up here, and frame it in and have it be a true master if they're just going to use that as a den. So again, it's about not always doing what you want. It's about doing something more basic, but allowing someone to come in after the fact and cheaply customize it to how they want to do. So a buyer could have been a buyer that came through and was only going to use this as an office instead of a bedroom. But the buyer that actually did end up coming through is probably going to use that as a bedroom, I think, because they have 3 kids, so 2 down and one of the kids will be up. So the kid is going to have to use this bathroom. So it's good that we kept it that way. So let's head downstairs and look at the basement. Alright, so down here, pretty basic. This is all unfinished, but we didn't do anything spectacular down here. We did arrange it properly so that there is no hallway, because hallway is dead space in this small of a family or basement, so that you come down the stairs right into the family room. We had a head space issue as far as how low the ceilings were, so all recessed lighting. We actually decided to put the heat vents right down the middle where the walkway is, mostly because we wanted all the living spaces, whether it was the bedroom, the bathroom, or the family room, to have the highest spot, because you're not going to spend a lot of time in this hallway walking into the bedroom, walking down here. You pop out the stairs and you come into the living space. You pop in the stairs, you go into your bedroom. So that was just kind of a logical decision for us to put it. If we were going to have low spots, we wanted it right in the middle, so that's what we did. We opted to actually go with the wider vent that was shallower to try and reduce how low it was. But that's, we did the best we could with the Sugar House home. Again, it's pretty standard. Not going to really show you the bedrooms. They're pretty basic. Let's check out this bathroom. So in this bathroom, again, we did, I love this Euro glass door. So our guy's Terry Stevens with the brokerage that we just switched to. He's been doing our windows for like 6 years, and we didn't even know that he did the Euro glass. And he finally told us when he came to a project, he's like, "Who are you using for that? I can do that." And he said, "I do it cooler because he uses really, really strong like 3M two-sided tape down this whole edge. And usually your guys have these hinges on the corners like this, and they'll put the hinge on the corner here and here, but it looks way cooler just seamless with just glass on this corner." So just like another quick tip that just, those little touches make it really cool. So I'm really glad that we used him and it turned out really well. But one other thing, here's a mistake. We didn't approve the CADs well enough or think far enough through, but our cabinet guy should have flipped this cabinet reverse and had the drawers on this side and a sink over here, because their sink's over next to the wall. Just a bad idea. So we all still make mistakes. It didn't necessarily stop the house from being sold, but it's just, someone probably might change it later and the sink would be better off over here with the drawers over here. Not the end of the world. This house had a shelf basement at the front with a crawl space. So what we actually did is we built in a built-in cupboard, pretty basic, to have storage in that shelf so that we didn't just wall it off and not use that space. Now this home didn't have a lot of storage. Now there's actually a ton of storage. So we did that there. We've got storage in this utility closet here. And we just put up some basic insulation to make it feel finished, so you didn't see the scary crawl space, because people get freaked out with that stuff. And then in here, again, we did the shelf, but this time we did open without doors to switch it up a little bit. And then this is your access to the crawl space, which you can actually pull this piece out. It's just sitting in there and get in crawl. But again, we don't want people to see the scary crawl space, so we just close it off, so majority of people won't even check in there because there's just dirt and stuff like that. So that's pretty much everything. That's the whole house. You know, this was a good project. We ended up selling it for more than we anticipated because we did it right. But we did learn a couple lessons. We took permits took a couple weeks longer than expected. The whole project took longer than expected, and we spent a little bit extra money, but it paid off in the end. So I think we bought this one for can't even remember now. I think around $230. Don't quote me on that. And then we put about $100 into it and had it 6 months. We sold it for $475 and sold it in the first 4 days. So not an amazing deal. Putting $100 in, we want to get $100 out, but it's going to be a little less than that for sure. So, but still a good deal with good profit in it, and great exposure for us. So thanks for checking it out. We got a couple more, 4 or 5 more really cool houses coming up. So make sure you keep an eye out for those. We'll see you at the next one.